everyone. Welcome to This Day. It's Thursday, March 12th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy. Always a pleasure to be here with you. Who got up early and listened to those beautiful birds singing? I don't know. I think we're kind of obsessed around here in the studio. At least Paul and I are with birds. So just share our love of birds with our audience. I will get on with the show now. We've got a GRF update for you with the second Vice President, Martin Rosa. He's going to be here telling us everything we need to know about safety inside and outside the home, as well as who can you call for support. If you're in need of any type of support, we'll give you that information during his segment. First, folks, we want to keep you informed, of course. The weather's heating up, and beginning Monday, March 9th, all the locker rooms at the village pools will be accessible only during official pool operating hours. Locker rooms will no longer open 15 minutes prior to pool opening or remain open 15 minutes after pool closing. Access will align exactly with posted pool hours. The update is being made just to support pool safety operations. So if you have any questions, please reach out to recreation at vmsinc.org. Now, as far as that wonderful heat wave coming through Orange County, we've got a high pressure system going on right now. There is a heat advisory today, folks, so just be mindful of that if you're out and about playing pickleball or golf. Maybe take some extra water, sunscreen, hat, everything you need to support your time in the sun, because we're looking at about a high of 89, could be even pushing 90 today. Tomorrow's high is just a little bit cooler, 87, and we're tapering down toward the weekend, 81, and then back down into the high 70s Sunday and Monday. But overall, a beautiful sunny week ahead, folks, so just plan and prepare accordingly. Sunrise this morning was at 7:05 a.m. Sunset will be at 6:56 p.m. This is low tide at Crystal Cove State Park. Always a favorite weekend walk for me. This photo was sent in to us by Danny Henson. Thank you, Danny. Gorgeous photo. If you'd like to send us your photos, please do so. Please email those to us at Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the photo was taken from, and in horizontal format, please. We've got two meetings and a rescheduled meeting to tell you about, show you, and after the break, we will be back with a GRF update. Stay with me.
I'm a two-time cancer survivor. You sort of think you get it once, you might be done with it, but yeah, they decided it wasn't done with me yet. In 2017, they diagnosed me with mantle cell lymphoma.
And we're devastated, we're beside ourselves.
Dennis, he's my star. He's my superstar. We've just done a lot of adventures together, and we've had a really good life. I knew about City of Hope. I had done a little research. I knew they had a comprehensive cancer center for lymphoma. So I thought, you know what? If I'm going any place, I'm going with a place that does research and that knew what they were doing.
We walked in that place with an untreatable cancer, and a month later walked out cancer-free.
Hope to me means being able to see the light through the darkness of cancer. With City of Hope as our partner in all this, I couldn't be more proud to have them walking beside me.
Welcome to Adapt to It, your neighborhood resource for all your home medical supplies. For over 20 years, we've helped Laguna Woods stay safe, prevent falls, and remain independent. We modify your shower or bath for safer entry and exit. Stay mobile with walkers, scooters, and wheelchairs as light as 14 pounds. Our lift chairs provide heat, massage, and a gentle lift when you're ready to stand. And at bedtime, our adjustable beds help you find the perfect position for rest. We're here for all your needs throughout the day. When you can't change it, adapt to it.
Life doesn't have any quiet rooms. That's why Audibel Aris is built for the real world. It detects speech, background noise, and even motion, then makes instant sound adjustments, helping you stay aware, comfortable, and relaxed. Wearers say it feels like they can finally be present again. Less strain, more comfortable, and connected. Come to Advanced Ear Care and ask about our field trial. Take them into the areas you struggle the most and hear the clarity. Call today And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
And welcome back to the show, everyone. I've got Martin Rosa here with a GRF update. Hello, Martin.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Great to be here.
Thank you for coming. You've got a
Yes.
lot of great information, a lot of safety information.
I'm very happy that our president, Kushbada, chose this topic of safety in the village, safety for the residents, working in industry. You know, you hear a lot about safety programs. I'm involved with a lot of safety programs, and so I know that safety here is it's priority number one.
Sure.
You know,
absolutely.
Yes.
So let's just launch the topic by talking about everyday safety in the
yes,
village.
that sounds good. Yeah, I know that it's interesting. Small habits can prevent serious injuries. We are creatures of habit in that sense, but you know, we need to be aware of where what is around us, and it's so difficult. You know, I know we kind of push ourselves, but you got to know your limitations. You got to know your changes and limitations. As you know, in our age group that we are, things change. You know, try to get better in some areas, and we're not as good in others. Am I right? Mm-hmm. But the most important is, like, you know, you got to take a moment and slow down. You know, it's very important.
So can you give us some examples of that? Like, are you talking about maybe going for hikes, or just like even going for a walk and stepping off a curb?
Well, I'm more of an one of the active residents, and we play softball. And I used to like to run. I was a runner as far as a sprinter. And of course, trying to do that now in my age group, I'm out there trying to do that, and the guys are telling me, slow down, Martin. And sure enough, I pulled something, you know, and it took me a long time to get over the injury, but I did. It's just like, you know, you got to work within your capabilities, you know, and you know, I mean, they're perfect example.
That is, well, I've pulled a hamstring before, and that is no fun at all.
Yeah, mine was sciatica was mine.
Oh,
it took a long time to heal.
So even something as basic as walking safely.
Yeah, you know, walk, slip, and trip, that is the #1 cause for injuries in industry and at home. Walk, slip, and trip is the #1 cause. You took that out, the numbers would be a lot smaller. So that's why we wanted to start with this. In our residents there, I've seen many instances where there's been injuries where there was like they said there was uneven, or like going from pavement to grass, you know, those ledges, kind of things like that.
Sure.
And also, you know, wet surfaces. You know, it's just, you're not going to have the feel as if it was dry. So you can, the dynamics change there when you have those changes in elevations or surface. And so it's important that that you're aware, that you're looking, you know, and having the right shoes on is very important for wherever you're walking, and using handholds, railings wherever you can. I know my wife and I, we walk down this the pathway that's got this ramp, and there's a handhold there. And even though that they did well in installing the ramp, they made it kind of rough, you know, it's not real smooth.
Sure.
So yeah, but still, we use that handhold because we know that in the event we were to lose it, you got something to catch you.
Right.
But yeah, and I know that in your home where you've got, you know, most of us are downsizers, you know, and so we're going to get a little bit more in that, but yeah, making sure that the clutter is not causing a problem to where you walk.
So keep the floors clean.
Yeah, and again, you know, slow down and take your time, and that'll prevent falls.
Yeah, I've heard of quite a few falls from stairs.
Yeah, yeah, and walking in the dark, you know, we sometimes try to do that, and we know that you're walking so slow and cautiously. It's almost like you're in your own horror movie or something. Like
you're your own zombie.
But it's like it's best to have the lights
So
on.
turn the lights on. Turn the lights on, folks.
Yeah, and yeah, make sure. Yeah, no, you don't want to walk into a wall. You know what I mean? And then of course, yeah, loose rugs and things that are loose around you. You know.
Yes.
My wife, she always tapes down the ends of the rugs, and that's important.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I say, you know, frequently used items keep an easy reach. Like I say, most of us downsizers, we pack away stuff, you know, and accessing them creates a whole new exposure to injury when you're moving things down
Trying to
off
get
of
things
shelves
off
and
shelves,
that.
yeah.
Yes, and
On a ladder.
draws a whole new element of risk.
Sure, absolutely. Let's talk about traffic and safety awareness.
Oh, I'm telling you, Bree, our driving record in the village, we have some questionable drivers. Okay, I know you guys are out there. Okay,
You can't hide.
and I appeal to you to be better drivers. Okay,
Oh,
I have to be
well,
very.
What's going on? What's going
Well,
on?
you know, it's just like even when you're walking, you got to be aware of drivers that they may not see you. They may be rolling through stops. They may be going a little too fast. You know, be aware that this could happen. Don't assume that, you know, because you know you're there. You don't want to get hurt. You don't need that.
I can
Nobody
tell you,
needs
Martin, it's not only happening just in the village. Yesterday I was trying to do a right turn up a hill in Laguna Beach, and there was no crosswalk, and this girl literally just goes out from the curb. She's looking down. She doesn't even look to her left at all. So it's not just here in the village. It's everywhere. You just have to be, and she definitely did not assume that drivers could see her.
No, I was pulling out on Ronda Granada yesterday, and this guy was getting out of his car on the street side, and I'm asking myself, does he see me coming up behind? And so I slowed down, you know, and then he's still not aware, and so I just come to a dead stop, and then he goes like halfway to the street, and then he looks up.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
As if he forgot he was in the street.
It's like, if hadn't I stopped, you know, so it's like, the awareness needs to be
Heightened.
Thank you. Only at the marked crosswalks when possible. I like the idea of wearing bright clothes, especially in the dark. And I'm going, you know, it's like when we talk about safety awareness, you know, and we know there's been a lot of topic about the coyotes, and when you're walking your pets, we know that it's, you know, it's good to have a light, a cane, a whistle, maybe a spike vest on your pet, you know, and so, you know, I'm still seeing a lot of people that are not doing that, you know, and they're taking a risk in that, and so I think it's important that they follow what is suggested by the village.
Absolutely. Great point. So safety with golf carts, bikes, and scooters.
Yeah, there's we don't see too much scooters, but we do see some, and yeah, they can be zooming through. A lot of golf carts, though, in such that we know that sometimes they sneak up behind you, and I've heard of many incidents where residents were startled, you know, and because they didn't know they were there. I don't know what the protocol is when, you know, it's just, I know that the golf carts need to slow down, but it's always good when you're walking to know if something is approaching. It's always good to look behind you to see whereabouts is what's going on. And so, but yeah, golf carts, they need to make sure that they're aware of pedestrians around them, and also bicycles, you know. don't assume, that you've got, you can just blow, just keep alert. We all learned when we were young, you have to drive defensively. You have to walk defensive. You have to be aware of the potential hazards that, might be around you. I know that, and as far as when you are driving is like making sure that you've got control of what you're driving, whether it's a golf cart or bicycle, and it's best to stay off your phone in instances like that. To make sure that you stay on what is the approved paths.
Right.
That's very important.
And maybe the golf carts can get a little bicycle bell.
That'd be cool. Ding ding. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
That would be. That would
Well,
be
they're
perfect.
so quiet. And obviously, they're going at a faster pace than a walker.
A great big loud horn is startling.
Yeah. No, that would.
But little bling bling.
A little Tinkerbell. That's all we need.
That's what I call my wife, bling bling.
All right, let's move on to home appliance safety.
Oh yeah. I had a neighbor that left hard-boiled eggs on, and forgot about them. And boy, it smelled up the building, but she got back to it. The smell alerted her, but it could have been.
Good.
It could have gone bad.
Yeah.
It could have ignited very easily, and that could have been.
So never leave cooking unattended.
No, and of course, keep the towels and papers away from. A lot of our electric burners are flat and almost looks like a counter. You know what I mean? And it's very important to, like that microwave cover that you have that's in the microwave that's plastic. I've caught myself putting that on.
Oh, gosh.
It's like you can't do that.
Yeah, well, you want to prevent burns and cuts also.
Right. And unplug small appliances before cleaning and traveling. Like if you're going on a trip, like we all like to travel, it's good to unplug that toaster oven,
Absolutely.
that coffee pot, that the toaster itself. Long time ago, my wife had this old sewing machine. It was an antique sewing machine, and she had left it plugged into the wall. We came home. The foot switch of the old circuit or the switch shorted out. We get home, where this thing's going, and it was like hot and smoking. It was it's like we got home in time to prevent the fire. But I mean,
my gosh, that's so
like I
scary.
say, unplug the appliances if you travel.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we got to move on.
Yeah, as we talked about the hard-boiled eggs, and about preventing burns, to utilize the personal protective equipment that you have available, oven mitts. It's very important to do that, and then also cutting, making sure that you're handling cutting in the proper way. Okay, kitchen fires. You have to turn pot handles in, turn off the stove and oven when finished. Having a fire extinguisher in the kitchen is important.
That's super important.
Making sure that you know how to use it. And if you can't get control, then get out and call 911.
Absolutely.
And contact ocfa.org if you, for a fire extinguisher and home safety information. That's very important. Simple home safety checks, test your smoke detector, replace those batteries, keep your pathways and exits clear. And I know it might be tough to have two ways out of your home. I know we don't. We just got the one way, and that's it. But at least we know that's our only way to get out.
Yes. So where would you suggest then storing that fire extinguisher?
Oh, in the kitchen, like under the sink, right in front. That's where I think, or even on the kitchen counter.
Because most home fires start in the kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. And now for the active community that we have, and we have thousands in this community that are active. It's very important for. We want people in our village to try new activities and to be prepare for them before they begin. We want you, wear the appropriate attire for whatever you're doing.
And that includes sunscreen today.
Absolutely, it's going to be a cooker today. We're going to have a good one there, and the protective equipment. We heard of a person that had a pickleball accident. It really did a lot of damage. It's sad that I don't know what it's going to take, but we have to be careful. Okay. Using the village fitness centers, to get yourself into shape to be able to do the activities is very important. And use the training at the fitness centers for flexibility and strengthening, as well as training for the sport that you're desiring to learn. There's so many people out there that want to help, and it's so much more fun.
Well, I think also, stay flexible. That's certainly key, because if you're stiff and you go out there and try to play some sports, you might actually end up pulling something, right?
Right. And then lastly, we will need to talk about social services.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that we know that they are here and they're available to us, and it's a great department that we have for so many things that we have. And it's important that you can contact social service if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, or caring for ill or aging relative, and coping with life changes, and making long-term care arrangements, feeling overwhelmed or stressed, or just the need assistance in your home. They have so many different services that will help to be able to cope for you to deal with those areas of your life.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned just one, grieving the loss of a loved one.
Yeah.
And that's, I think the last thing that people should be doing is staying home alone, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is a very social community, very active community, and everybody's very embracing and will help you kind of get through that hard time.
It's important to be connected. That's one of the greatest things that I found about this village, is I didn't realize that I would be so enriched and blessed when I just meeting the people of Laguna Woods Village, where they're from all over the world, that have done all kinds of things. Their stories are just fantastic. Mm-hmm. You just like, what have you done? What do you do? It's a great, and when people lose a loved one, it's good to be able to talk to others, to reflect, and to heal. And
absolutely. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's definitely a built-in supportive community.
Yes, it is. It is. And I just say we need to just embrace that.
Absolutely. So you've got contact social services. You've got a phone number here.
Oh, yeah.
Email.
Their phone number here, 949-597-4267, and their is this their web link, isn't it? Okay.
And you wanted to give 2 shout-outs real quick.
Oh, yeah. First, I want to say congratulations to the security department. You guys finally did it. After 2 years, and this now the 4th try, you finally beat the senior softballers. And I tell you, they were so happy. We had beaten them 3 times, and they were like, but this time they took it, and they were so happy.
Congratulations.
There were some on our team that weren't happy, but get over it.
That's just
and
how
then,
it goes.
and also I want to say a shout out to this program. I'm the chairman of the broadband committee, and of course we're building, teeing into the community, and they're only doing 2 devices that they're cutting over once they arrive to do the service activation. But our PC club, again, is coming to the rescue, and they've got this program, Rise, that they've got some independent contractors that are going to come in, and they will help get the rest of your resident cut over to the new internet system.
Yes.
And then it'll be fun come summertime or the end of summer when we see DirecTV come. They're going to really be needed.
All right, Martin, on that note, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for the update.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that. We'll take a look at our 5-day forecast when we come back. Stay with us.
Hospice isn't about giving up, it's about showing up with compassion, expertise, and heart.
We care for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit, helping patients live each day to the fullest.
We walk with patients and families every step of the way because what we do is more than medicine. It's honoring every moment together.
Orange Hospice, with you, with heart, always. Please call us or visit orangehospice.net.
Life doesn't have any quiet rooms. That's why Audibel Eris is built for the real world. It detects speech, background noise, and even motion, then makes instant sound adjustments, helping you stay aware, comfortable, and relaxed. Wearers say it feels like they can finally be present again. Less strain, more comfortable, and connected. Come to Advanced Ear Care and ask about our field trial. Take them into the areas you struggle the most and hear the clarity. Call today, and remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
For nearly 40 years, Pacific Cardiovascular Associates has been the leading cardiovascular clinic serving Laguna Hills and Laguna Woods. At PCA, our board-certified heart specialists provide compassionate care, from initial consultations to routine follow-ups and more. We offer echocardiograms, stress tests, vascular studies, and pacemaker checks, all in one convenient location. With free parking and full wheelchair accessibility, PCA makes care easier than ever. Visit our website or give us a call to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that segment. We've got a couple of movies to tell you about. Starting Friday night, we've got Everything Illuminated with Elijah Wood. And that looks like it's a pretty intense movie. So if you want to see it, it's showing at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without. Brought to us by City of Hope. Saturday's movie is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Also shown at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without. Brought to us from Pacific Financial Planners. Remember, guys, there's a heat advisory for today, so if you're going to get out and play, do so with a little bit of caution. Take some extra water, some electrolytes, sunscreen, hats, whatever you need to protect yourself from that. Those harmful sun rays, they're going to be overhead and almost 90 degrees today. Tomorrow's going to cool off just a little bit more at 87, a little more clouds, kind of cooling us off a bit, and then Saturday and Sunday we're dropping in temperatures for the weekend. So all in all, a beautiful week ahead. Just be mindful of a little more water, a little more electrolytes. And then, what do we have for tomorrow on this day? Harvard Eye, and of course, Sports Corner. That's going to wrap up the week for us. That's going to wrap up this episode of This Day. From all of us here, we wish yours a beautiful one. See you tomorrow.